season's greetings from myself, Rob Palmer, and Terry Gibson, and welcome to the Camp Nou, where this evening we bring you the first major match of the season, Barcelona against Real Madrid, El Gran Clásico. Well, it's a late kick-off Spanish time, but clearly hasn't affected the crowd. The Catalan and Barcelona flags flying high and proud around the Camp Nou. Well, at last, all of the talking and speculation can be put to bed, and Terry Gibson, we can have a decent game of football.
Well, there's a few more days left yet, Rob, with the speculation and transfer gossip from the Barcelona and Real Madrid squads. It's a Clásico tonight, full of familiar faces. Just one new player starting tonight for Barcelona, and Real Madrid 11 familiar faces, all their last season. Players that won the Champions League, La Liga title.
New season's greetings from myself, Rob Palmer, and Terry Gibson, and welcome to the Camp Nou, where this evening we bring you the first major match of the season, Barcelona against Real Madrid, El Gran Clásico. Well, it's a late kick-off Spanish time, but clearly hasn't affected the crowd. The Catalan and Barcelona flags flying high and proud around the Camp Nou. Well, at last, all of the talking and speculation can be put to bed, and Terry Gibson, we can have a decent game of football.
Well, there's a few more days left yet, Rob, with the speculation and transfer gossip from the Barcelona and Real Madrid squads. It's a Clásico tonight, full of familiar faces. Just one new player starting tonight for Barcelona, and Real Madrid 11 familiar faces, all their last season. Players that won the Champions League, La Liga title.
Well, all of the dignitaries and the greats have turned out. Raul and Butragueno up in the president's box. They'll be envious of the players who are taking to centre stage at the Camp Nou this evening. It is, of course, a two-legged affair. They play again on Wednesday night in Madrid, which is a 10 o'clock UK kickoff, 11 o'clock at night local time. Well, it's all very jovial down in the bowels of the Camp Nou. I'm sure once the game begins, that will be out of the window.
Yep, two protagonists there getting together, Busquets and Ramos, both competitive. Both will do whatever it takes to make sure that their team are in a winning position going towards the second leg. But it is going to be competitive, make no doubt about that. It's the Spanish Super Cup, and any game between these two teams is going to be full on, full throttle. Both teams going all out. You can see the strength of the lineups, both managers, no concessions whatsoever. This is going to be a proper game of football.
Well, as Terry said, for once, the spotlight hasn't been on the signings of Real or Barcelona. Both have made a profit in the transfer market this summer. Barcelona selling players for €226 million, 222 million of that, of course, the well-publicised Neymar to Paris Saint-Germain deal. Real Madrid have brought in €120 million in sales, and themselves spent only 40 million in the transfer market to bring in two young talents, Theo Hernandez and Dani Ceballos, neither of whom make the picture from the start this evening. Two sides not only familiar to each other down in the tunnel, but familiar to the fans as well. No experimentation from Zinedine Zidane or the new manager of Barcelona. Cristiano Ronaldo will be sitting in the shadows, an unusual place for him, but he's only had 3 full practice sessions since returning from his summer retreat. If we do see him tonight, it will probably be a cameo appearance in the closing stages of the game, as it was against Manchester United in the European Super Cup in midweek. Barcelona hit ringing around the Camp Nou. There is no such thing as a pre-season friendly anymore. Both managers acknowledging that this is a chance for the first silverware of the season. And Ernesto Valverde will be desperate to get off to a good start with his new team, replacing Luis Enrique at the back end of May. doesn't have a lot more to work with than Luis Enrique, but we expect some activity in the transfer market in the next 7 days or so. There's talk of them signing a Brazilian tomorrow. Don't worry, Liverpool fans, it isn't Coutinho. They expect that Paulinho, formerly of Tottenham, will become a Barcelona player. Mobile phones up in the stands, creating a starlight effect. Down in the centre of the field, there are the stars. No longer the MSN. The chosen one tonight is Gerard Deulofeu, who returns to Barcelona after spells, of course, at Sevilla and at Everton, and a short spell at AC Milan. He will replace Neymar in possibly the strongest 11. The other surprise is at right back, where Alex Vidal plays his first game from the start since last February. Sergio Roberto is on the bench. Referee tonight, one of the younger referees in Spain, Senor Quedarcos Bengochea. Well, there was a time when Real Madrid were signing the Galacticos. He has made some recruits this summer, but they tend to be players to bolster the squad. It's a very strong starting 11. Ronaldo is rested this evening. Isco will be taking his place alongside Benzema and Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, of course, didn't start the last 9 games of last season. Returning to familiar surroundings, Ernesto Valverde, once a player in the Cruyff era. Returned down twice. He's in the hot seat, and Zinedine Zidane, who's just signed a new 3-year extension to his stay. He's looking to add yet another trophy to his cabinet. He's won everything else.
It's been an incredible achievement for Zidane so far. 2 Champions Leagues, La Liga title. Absolutely fabulous job. Looking for it to continue, starting from now.
And away we go. They light the fireworks. The 235th Clásico starts the Spanish season. These 2 clubs have met, of course, in the summer over in Miami. Didn't let anybody down, 5 goals. Messi scored after 3 minutes of that game, Rakitic after 7 minutes. PK scored what turned out to be the winning goal in the 50th minute of the match. There is no such thing as a friendly between these 2 ancient old rivals. Haven't had the most sensational pre-season, drawn against Manchester United, beaten by Manchester City, losing against Barcelona, even drew against the MLS All-Stars, but tonight they're hoping to peak. And it's Kovacic who's got the midfield position. He's playing in place of Modric tonight. Modric discovered he was suspended because he was sent off in the last Super Cup he played in 3 years ago. Is offside. It's going to take some getting to know you for the Barcelona front 3. Suarez, Messi, and Deulofeu, the chosen one. It's tight.
He has gone for, dare to say it, like-for-like replacement in terms of the style of player. He's happy to play wide on the left. Deulofeu. There's some casual play, didn't it, from Barcelona to stay winning the ball by cheaply. Unlucky with the quick thinking, attempted chip from long range.
Barcelona pinned back. Luis ter Stegen, the coach may have changed, but the Barcelona star will remain faithful, trying to play out from the back. He's got them in some trouble here. This is Benzema. Vidal in the way, prevented from ter Stegen. This was it.
It's intercepted by Isco. Kovacic, quick thinking. Idea, isn't it? Just didn't get enough elevation on the attempted lob over ter Stegen.
I was reminiscent of that moment. It was in March 2014 when Victor Valdez gifted the ball to Karim Benzema. He scored after 23 seconds of the Clásico. Alex Vidal looked to be moving out last year, starting tonight. He had a of Sergio Roberto and Nelson Semedo, who was one of the few summer signings for Barcelona. There's Marcelo. There's got competition for his plays with Hernandez coming in the summer. That's the beauty for Zidane. He has enough top quality players to name 2 starting 11s quite frequently last year. Terry, he would make 9 changes, wouldn't he, between Champions League and La Liga?
Yep, and it served him well. Young players, the fringe players in particular, did really well. Only a couple or 2 this season. 1 or 2 established players, senior players have left the club. Madrid have gone again for youth, bringing the likes of Dani Ceballos and Theo Hernandez in. Also lost Pepe, Danilo, Contrell, Luis Rodriguez, Alvaro Morata. Zidane placed a lot of trust in the younger players in the squad. It's been proved that he's right to do so.
Toni Kroos. Isco, who's grown in stature over the last 6 months. Last year at this point, there was talk of him being loaned out to get him some playing time. Now he's arguably in the team ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo, though of course Ronaldo is not fully fit. But Ronaldo, for the first time in his career, is about to fight for his place here. He'll get back in.
It's interesting though, looking at Zidane, the way that he plays with Isco in the team at the top of the diamond. Midfield quartet, Casemiro holding tonight's Kroos and Kovacic.
This is Marcelo.
Isco at the top of the diamond, and Gareth Bale playing more central than he has done in the past when it's been the usual 4-3-3 from Real Madrid. I think it does give Real Madrid a little bit more control in midfield with the extra player in there. I think Zidane will see Gareth Bale as one of the centre forwards with Benzema and Ronaldo.
Titi to Busquets, to Iniesta to Rakitic. Now Vidal. PK, Busquets, familiar names, familiar style, Lionel Messi. Now Rakitic, a bit of afters there. Created by Sendo Bengochea. What a space for Jordi Alba. Goes on the outside. Alba sliding tackle from Gary Carvajal. Spain's right back on Spain's left back.
Times his tackle to perfection. You see the crossfield diagonal pass to Marcelo. Just beyond the defensive line of Barcelona in an offside position there. You see the wonderful skills from Isco.
Messi will take the corner. PK comes through the crowd. Good header away by Ramos. Now Vidal. Suarez.
Isn't it, with Isco? Great awareness, great control. Always on the move, and perfect for that position that Zidane has found him. Just pulling off at the front two.
Marcelo. Carvajal. Kovacic to seems the omnipresent Isco. He's everywhere. He's got this roaming role. Looking at formation of Real Madrid. They've got 2 up front, but a back 4. Isco seems to be playing a mirroring role of Messi, just going wherever he wants to. He's got the full freedom.
Yep, and I think that's the right way to play that position. Always find little pockets of space, whether it's dropping deep or going wide. On occasions, being in an advanced position, almost being the centre forward. If Benzema drops deep, he's an intelligent player. Isco.
Casemiro. Toni Kroos. Gareth Bale to Marcelo. Lovely touch from the Brazilian. Sturdy touch from Gerard Piqué. Never the entertainer. Marcelo on this left-hand side. Hasn't had a great deal of competition for his position in recent years, but they spent 23 million on Theo Hernandez from Atletico Madrid in the summer. He's a replacement in the making.
No, it's very early, Rob. I'm just looking to see if there are any differences between Ernesto Valverde and the tactical approach from Luis Enrique. It's fair to say at the moment, Real Madrid are enjoying a large share of the possession. For the amount of high pressing from Barcelona so far.
Iniesta stolen easily by Isco. Gareth Bale behind you was not the try from Titi with the aid of Jordi Alba wins it. Busquets. Alex Vidal. Struggling to get out of their own half at the moment. Barcelona. It's a high pressing game by Zidane Madrid. De La Fea. A little bit tight, but it was Kovacic who won it back. And Karim Benzema, last year at this point, was facing competition for his position from the returning Morata. And you've seen him off.
The competition, didn't he, initially when he joined Real Madrid from Gonzalo Higuain.
It's a great ball over the top. Nice take by Suarez. And he warms the hands of Keylor Navas.
It's a half chance for Luis Suarez, the first sight goal for Barcelona. He's willing to run in behind. That's extremely well. Pressure from a defender. It's the right amount of touches, the right sort of touches to inevitably end up with an attempt on goal.
Zidane down on the touchline. It's not so often we see him scream at his players. Messi. Busquets. Jordi Alba. De La Fea. Casemiro.
Valverde cracking the whip as well from the touchline. He will be irritated by the amount of times that his team have given away cheap possession. There we see a fantastic run, fantastic understanding and awareness from Iniesta to find Luis Suarez. As well to get his attempt away.
Lionel Messi's on the case. Defenders swarm around him. It's through the legs of Suarez and there's the calming influence of Keylor Navas.
Two really good touches. It's the ball under control. Comfortable save for Keylor Navas.
It has been an uncertain summer in Catalonia. Nobody quite believed the story when it came out that Paris Saint-Germain were willing to meet the €222.
Right.
A sickening amount of money. And the famous Sequeira tweet from Gerard Piqué, but it became a reality. Barcelona have a lot of money in the bank now. Chasing Dembele, we're told. Officials in Germany last week. Dembele refusing to play for Dortmund. And as we know, Philippe Coutinho unsettled back on Merseyside. When you look at their best starting 11, Terry, there will be one position up for grabs, really, when this is a position which is vacated by Neymar. I suppose in time, Iniesta will be making way for somebody in midfield. Whether that's where Coutinho would fit into the bigger picture.
Fantastic opportunity for De La Fea to return back to Barcelona, be given the chance. Iniesta, hopefully. There's a few more years ahead of him.
Iniesta had his injuries last season. And there's only a couple of times at the end of the campaign that he actually played repeat matches, back-to-back matches with La Liga and Champions League, and of course the Copa del Rey run, and all the way to the final. And won the Spanish Cup. Suarez steps over it, Messi tries to play it into it. Ramos sensibly hoists it into the crowd. Busquets. Selling Suarez short. It's an ambitious run from the back from the centre half. Van Aan.
At the very least, the Ferg's having any chance of staying in the team. In the replacement for Neymar, he has to get the basics right. 2 or 3 occasions already in the game he's been guilty of giving away possession. Misplaced passes.
Alba, Titi. Captured again by this razor-sharp offside trap of Real Madrid.
He has the pace to hold his run and to make sure that he's in an onside position.
You'd have to look at the shadows of the two players to regard him as offside. Here is Gareth Bale, and Titi coolly gets himself and Barcelona out of a tight situation.
Gareth Bale was a little bit more aggressive there. Titi, of course, has to be careful with the aggression. There results in the penalty for Real Madrid. It was well worth Gareth Bale being more aggressive, though.
There's Alex Vidal, bit of a folk hero in these parts. Goes on the outside, whisked away by Kovacic. Rakitic, Messi, Toni Kroos. Let's go. Is having a difficult full debut for Barcelona. He's played 6 times previously for the club. They were going on his travels, but none of them were from the start of the match.
Running behind him, here he can afford to be much more aggressive than the defender who runs the risk of giving away a penalty. Titi won that tussle. Between fellow Frenchmen, you can't say French international colleagues, because Benzema is currently, of course, out of the scene. Hasn't started for France since November 2015 because of issues. Vidal, a really good run towards the byline, which took far too long to get his head up. To be aware of the position of Suarez. That's when he played the ball in, the chance had gone.
Casemiro wanted the free kick. One hand of the referee gave the advantage. Isco. Benzema making a sweeping run in from the wing. Barcelona defending well, but Rakitic puts them in some trouble here. Toni Kroos. Isco has options. Kroos is with him. Isco with the dancing feet. He went for the deceit.
Isco again with the skill. Just gets through the effects of that change from Casemiro. And Vidal, the right back. Previously a right winger when he was at Sevilla. In the spell of his career, he looked like a right winger there. Not sure how to adjust his body to try and defend against Isco.
It's a positive run. Delafeu. Half-hearted appeal from the players. Noisier from the supporters. Piqué finds himself on the ground. Now Busquets. It's 10 in the evening in Barcelona. It's still 78 degrees. Warmer down at pitch level. It'll be an energy-sapping evening. This is Busquets. Rakitic. Vidal. Suarez. Now Rakitic. Suarez is offside. That avenue's closed. Having to play a patient game here. Jordi Alba.
I think Barcelona are struggling to find rhythm in their game. It's genuinely competitive match. Real Madrid, of course, played Manchester United in the European Super Cup.
Attraction so far has been Isco. The referee has his first big decision to make of the evening. Messi arrives down there in pain. It was a raw challenge on Lionel Messi.
It's not like Casemiro, is it?
He said ironically.
His first foul was in 15 seconds. This is third one so far. The referee is adjudged. He gets some of the ball, and I think it takes more than enough of Lionel Messi initially.
This was the other big decision. It did come off the lower arm of Carvajal, and the referee couldn't be better placed.
His arm's close to his body, and it does deflect off his own thigh. So certainly not a penalty for me.
Not unsurprisingly, maybe the first caution of the evening to Carlos Casemiro. Kovacic. Isco. Marcelo takes to the wing.
It is often an issue, though, isn't it, for Zidane and Real Madrid?
That's a brilliant ball. It's a clever run as well. Bale tries to play it back to Benzema.
But Casemiro does get booked so frequently. 70 minutes to play in this game. He's the defensive hold midfield player. It's his job to make challenges. Got away with it on a number of occasions last season. An important player for Real Madrid.
Isco. Bale draws Piqué. Makes the angle for himself. Benzema can't get the touch. Kovacic to Casemiro. Driven by Toni Kroos.
It's a good pass from the German midfielder. Real. So a little bit of a challenge on Messi. Messi sees him coming, steps across into the challenge to try and shield the ball. It's fair to say it's just warming up now, isn't it? It's been a classic so far.
Casemiro classes Zinedine Zidane as his playing idol. That's a great deal to the manager as well. He's shown so much faith in him. Casemiro had a good start under Rafa Benitez, but when it came to the Clásico, Benitez dropped him, and that was the beginning of the end for the former Liverpool manager. Zidane has had Casemiro as a constant in the team. Brings some ballast to Real Madrid and allows the artisans to go perform. Here's one of the set artisans, Isco. There's a little linking of arms there between Benzema and Vidal. The referee's attention was brought to it by his assistant.
Real large, wasn't it, from Benzema? Benzema and Vidal.
Iniesta. Over to Umtiti. Andres Iniesta. Gerard de la Veo. Piqué. Rakitic. Vidal. Just over a quarter of the game gone. It's taken Barcelona quite a while to impose themselves on the match. And another raw challenge on Messi, this time from Gareth Bale. It looks good kill.
He's getting involved in the game more now. He always is prepared. He's got defenders on. He's outnumbered. Trusts his ability. Some situations, the dribble, for defenders to change direction quickly. A genuine attempt from Bale, isn't it? But definitely a foul. Advantageous position for Barcelona to take on the attempt. Direct to goal. Of course, with Neymar not there. Suarez get involved in the set piece.
Well, the favourite would always be Lionel Messi, surely. For most players on the planet, you've set an impossible angle. It's Messi standing over the ball. He goes for it. He almost gets it. You could see Navas half expecting something like that.
Just a crossbar. Didn't really ever look as if it was going to get down quick enough to beat the Madrid goalkeeper.
Kovacic. Varane. Kovacic to Isco. Too much on the pass. PK to Vidal. It's a lazy pass on Vidal. Isco's the most prominent player for Real Madrid so far in this game. PK does a little pirouette. Appreciation from the Barcelona supporters. Kovacic. Ramos. Toni Kroos. Here's Messi. Brilliant ball by Messi. Lefebvre. Suarez. Catches the eyes of the defenders. Rakitic. Iniesta. Layoff to Jordi Alba. The disappointing cross. Barcelona trying to get used to life without Neymar.
Yeah, and it did look that way there, didn't it? It wasn't fluent down the left wing. Messi's attempt. It is on target. Navas does have it covered.
Easy. And PK and Michel trying to split the Real defence. And it appeared to be a handball from PK. And if it was deliberate, the referee, will caution him. It's a very soft handball from PK.
Tries to target him, doesn't he? He deserves the yellow card. No complaints there. Don't think he had any, did he? Exactly what was coming.
Marcelo. Isco. Asking a lot of Gareth Bale. Umtiti casually back to keeper ter Stegen.
Very assured now, doesn't he? TT, his success from last summer's transfer signings that Barcelona made.
Spent 82 million last summer. He's the only player that made an impact. Wonderful athletic defending here by Varane. To Cavahan. Isco. To Titi. Now Rakitic. Messi. Rakitic showed too much of the ball to Rafael Varane. The pace is quickening as the players go through the gears here. Here's Marcelo. Gets the space on Vidal. I believe it was a necessary header. Don't forget the second leg of this Spanish Super Copa is on Wednesday night. That is right, it is 10 o'clock kick-off UK time on Wednesday on the Sky Sports Football channel. It allows the capital to cool down. It's around 40 degrees in Madrid at the moment. Casemiro! Looking for the element of surprise, but no catching out. I can't wait to Stegen.
Again, there's another really good chance for Real Madrid with the cross from the left wing. With a defensive header. It's kind of fouls in the far post.
Rakitic, Iniesta, in his own time. Alba, and Messi. Varane uses it back to Keylor Navas. Brazilian. PK. As for a foul after the ball had gone. As Zidane was assisting the referee in making his decision.
This position that Marcelo should be allowed to get away from. Turns Vidal there. Knock in the bottom of his back.
No goals, 6 fouls apiece. A yellow card per team as well in the opening half an hour of this game. Bale. Marcelo. Kroos. Benzema. Kroos. And Titi waits for his goalkeeper. And he has great ability with his feet. There is Suarez. But Varane. So the beating of him when it comes to pace. Ramos. Leo Messi. Of his records, but it's a long time since he scored against Real Madrid at the Camp Nou in a Clasico. Lionel Messi hasn't scored here against Real in 5 games.
To say that neither team have hit full stride yet. Looking for a bit of magic, all from nowhere. It's going to be Messi for Barcelona. It's going to be Isco from Real Madrid, who look the prime candidates to come up with something a little bit different, a little bit special.
De La Feo. Blended with Messi, Suarez. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. Messi's there. Brave, decisive save from Navas.
youngster. There's Jordi Alba without breaking stride, run onto it. First time to Lionel Messi.
Suarez refuses to give up the chase. Casemiro into his job, the enforcer. Here's Barca's enforcer, Busquets. Vidal. Casemiro.
I admire the way that Suarez knows that around his quicker. It would be easy for Suarez just to drop deep, get the ball to no attempt to run in behind, but his movement is so good, so intelligent, good understanding of his midfield players. It's important for him and Barcelona if they can stretch Varane and Ramos, make them run back towards their own goal. Opens up the space for the likes of Iniesta and Rakitic and the attacking fullbacks.
Pendulum. Possession swinging the way at the moment of Barcelona. Piqué. Rakitic through the legs of Marcelo. Jordi Alba. Times last season when he was out of favour with Luis Enrique. And as Iniesta cleverly plays it to Suarez. But they don't have wit. Ramos. Casemiro. His whole defence creeps up to the halfway line. Now they have to backtrack a little. This is Benzema. Well, it's enthralling for the football purists. It's a defensive masterclass from both teams so far. Suarez, Rakitic, Suarez. Oh, little confusion in the Real Madrid defences. Barcelona are livening things up now.
Suarez. He's looking to get involved in the build-up. End-to-end stuff. In midfield now. Teams look absolutely shouting it to them. Teams desperate to win this cup. Two big games before the season starts. Probably two that they probably could have done without in terms of preparation for their league campaign. Both want to win. Both short of where they expect them to be once the season gets up and going.
Iniesta hints and hopes, not his style really. Easy for Ramos to head away. This is Benzema. As always, Benzema is full of running. Very rarely goes the full 90 minutes. This is the Suarez into play, and it was Carvajal who came across and bailed out the rest of the defence. Sparkled in the opening 20 minutes or so of the game. They blotted him out as Barca have slowly started to take control. Kovacic to Carvajal. Bale. Cross. Marcelo. Vidal stands off him, gives Isco space. What's a great save from Ter Stegen. Your reflex after Bale whisked it in.
It's a snapshot from Gareth Bale. Isco causing all sorts of problems. Backing into his own penalty area, not giving too much help from any of his teammates in terms of defending one against Isco.
Heads up, and Titi climbs highest. Gerard Deulofeu leads the counter-attack. Deulofeu to Jordi Alba. Full steam ahead. Carvajal only half stumps him. Puts him into the danger area. Tidying things up is Kovacic. It's been a mature performance from Kovacic in the role tonight with Modric. He continues the run as well. He stops something, can he start something? Gareth Bale deepening the race by Gerard Piqué. Here's Ter Stegen. So
just a few months ago, I said it was trying to take on Carvajal. Did so well. He was raiding up the pitch again. Snapshot from Gareth Bale, cut back from Isco. Reflexes from Ter Stegen. Technique wise as well from the goalkeeper to push it over the crossbar. Good attempt from Gareth Bale.
Messi. Iniesta. Busquets.
Approach from Madrid that this is a two-legged affair, is it, for the away team? They with the intention to keep a clean sheet, to shut up shop. It's just been a straightforward game of football, isn't it, with both teams looking to win, looking to score goals.
Messi gets around Casemiro. If he has to pick something out of that, the ball's in the middle of it somewhere. Or was it played back by Messi? On Carlos Casemiro.
Picks up the booking. Is it Messi for the fouls or Busquets for the descent? The referee gets involved in the play. Deflects off the referee. Busquets with a crunching challenge on Casemiro. That's payback from Busquets. I have no doubt about that whatsoever.
Told it was Lionel Messi who received the booking. Could well have been Busquets as well, as Terry said. His challenge is maybe more dangerous than Messi, but we probably saw it as an active descent. And Busquets takes it as part of the game that he's caught heavily by Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale. Hill, got a double drag back and a back heel now from Gerard Piqué in his own penalty area. Goalkeeping from Ter Stegen to keep out Gareth Bale.
Booking for Bale as well. There was a time when we had the 5 costliest players ever participating in the Classico. And of course Gareth Bale is at number 3 in that particular chart. A bit of afters there. And it's Carvajal who's the latest to go in the referee's little black book.
Sometimes you get even more tired, the tackles and the challenges are even later. Carvajal shouldn't have any complaints. He's pointing to the ball. It wasn't him that got anywhere near the ball, was it? Pointing in the direction that the ball went. He catches Iniesta. Had injury problems last year. It was a cruciate injury picked up against Valencia. And after January, he would start back-to-back games until right at the very end of the season. Not much of a pre-season for the European Championships. Picked up that injury, serious injury, on in the season for an aggressive challenge from the opponent. Kind of forced him through the rest of the season.
Messi. Easy for Ramos. He scored the dramatic equaliser against Barcelona last year. Ramos in the 90th minute. Busquets. Vidal. Piqué. Iniesta. Alba. Not his usual playmate, Neymar. Vidal. Rakitic. Standing his ground is Ramos and again. As we mentioned, Barcelona dominating possession of the ball. I mean, part of the plan of Zidane is at times content for his players to sit back and utilise the breakneck speed and the counter-attack. Something he brought from his time in Italian football with Juventus. And this is, of course, on Barcelona to entertain the home supporters. Titi, allowed from Delafeu, Iniesta. Lightning football this for Barcelona, but there's no strike at the end. Isco. Carvajal. Here's Gareth Bale. Teases it to Toni Kroos. In the middle of the first half. Marcelo was given his wings by Vidal. This is Casemiro. Looking for Bale at the far post, and Bale came clambering in. So half-time in the Spanish Super Cup of first leg. Barcelona, as we mentioned, edging the possession 60-40, but both teams with a couple of chances at goal. 6 chances during the course of the game. And we've had 5 bookings as well. There's almost a goal in the opening minute with a little bit of short-sightedness by the keeper, Ter Stegen, almost gifting an early goal for Kovacic.
It's complacent from Ter Stegen. Kovacic, the right idea. Didn't get enough elevation on the chip and lob. No, Neymar means a little more space for Luis Suarez to operate in. He's had the better of the chances for Barca. Yep, and he's always willing to make that run. This great movement in behind, curves his run, bends his run, so he's in on the side position. Really comfortable save for Keylor Navas. Well, in the game, Barcelona could be accused of being slow of thought. It was Isco who was catching the eye. He's been the play marker with Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench. Couldn't get his shot on target after leading Vidal and Harry Dance. He's become such an influential player for Real Madrid, and in the first half, right spark for Real Madrid, especially when he gets the opportunity to take on Vidal. The pace of Neymar has been Gerard Delafeu. Swears he should have won a penalty. Point blank block from Carvajal. Yep, comes up to his body and it rolls up him leg onto his arm. And attempts from the set piece. Albert does have it covered. Target. In the first half of it's lots of maybes. Most of the clever play has been from Isco. That was the best save of the game from Ter Stegen. He placed up to keep out Gareth Bale. Goal. Snapshot. Goalkeeper from Stegen to away. Crossbar. Strong hands. A chance to Bale, who came in at the far post, and maybe a fitter Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo may have scored there. Yep, sharp Gareth Bale, just timing just out. Well, food for thought for the managers at half-time. Okay, diary at the ready. This is the Spanish football coming up for you here on Sky Sports on the Football Channel on Wednesday night. The second leg of the Spanish Super Cup all begins at 5 to 10. Real Madrid against Barcelona.
Next week, La Liga begins on Friday night on the red button on the Sky Sports football channel on Friday. Begins with Leganes against Alaves and then Valencia against Las Palmas. On Saturday, Celta against Real Sociedad will be on the red button on the Sky Sports football channel. And then on the front of the channel will be Girona, new to La Liga, against Atletico Madrid. A 7:15 kickoff for that one. And your late Saturday game, same channel of course these days, 9:10 start is Sevilla against Espanyol. On Sunday, tea-time football is Athletic Bilbao against Getafe. That's followed by Barcelona against Real Betis. The late game on Sunday night is Deportivo La Coruña against Real Madrid. And then a double-header on Monday on the Sky Sports football channel. First of all, it's Levante against Villarreal. And then on the red button, Malaga against Eibar. Terry Gibbs will be watching all of those. We haven't had a goal in the first half so far at the Camp Nou. This is the closest we've come. The Lionel Messi free kick causing concern for Keylor Navas. And for Real Madrid, I'm sure at some point we're going to see Cristiano Ronaldo. No better place to get fitness than down on the field of play. Isco and Bale have been their star performers so far. Isco, the creator, Gareth Bale, has had a number of chances. Brilliant save from Andrei ter Stegen. We have an official attendance at half-time of 89,514 at the Camp Nou. Maybe you can get in touch with us on Twitter at Revista de la Liga. Put your questions in for Terry and John tomorrow on the podcast, and you can keep up to date with everything that's happening on the website skysports.com. Revista. Radio for Terry and John to talk about on our La Liga podcast tomorrow, but there may yet be signings. As we mentioned, there's a Brazilian who used to play in the Premier League who is likely to sign for Barcelona tomorrow. Rest easy, Liverpool fans, if you just tuned in. It's Paulinho. As a former Spurs man, what do you make of that one, Terry?
Well, I think we have to make our own mind up. If it happens, it looks like it's increasingly likely to happen. See what he brings to Barcelona. Another number in the midfield in terms of their squad numbers. A few players, I think, that will be departing Barcelona in the next week or so as well. It's one of those times for Barcelona where they're making their mind up about certain players. Players probably have already made their mind up who they would like to depart. We're going to see a lot of action, transfer activity from Barcelona in the next 10 days.
Well,
£220 million euros burning a hole in their pocket, and everybody knows it. That's the problem.
There are some players on the fringes, the likes of Meunier, who last season was out at Valencia, Arda Turan, who doesn't appear to be part of the plans anymore. Maybe even Andre Gomes, who wasn't a hit after his signing last year, but is a regular for Portugal. He may capture the eye. Of course, for Real Madrid, should I say, we expect that the signings are complete. But Zinedine Zidane did toy with the media yesterday and saying you're going to have to wait until the final week of August to find out what happens. There are still those that have the conspiracy theory that David De Gea will be signed from Manchester United. There's been no weakness though in the performance tonight of Keylor Navas, the Real Madrid keeper. Signs of change at half-time, and there's a stronger bench for Real Madrid with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Dani Ceballos, Asensio, who started the Champions League final last season. And you do look for where the power may come from with Barcelona. Their attacking players, Alcácer, Suarez, I suppose Sergio Roberto as well. They bring energy to the team, but not too many of them the kind of players who can come on and do damage. We do need additions to their creative department. Starts on Sunday, and commences. Sorts of fitness ordeals, but the modern way is to find match fitness by playing top-class exhibition games around the world. This is the first of the trophy competitions. In Spain, there's Isco. He was offside.
I'm pretty sure both managers will be looking to freshen things up in the second half, to be mindful that they don't overplay players at this stage of the preparations for the season. Just caught offside there. It's interesting that Valverde has chosen to go with Alex Vidal. After Barcelona paid 40 million euros to bring in Nelson Semedo from Benfica.
Well, you can hear the whistles around the camp there. I believe that is because Cristiano Ronaldo has just risen to his feet down on the bench. Ram comes across to take care of Delafeu, who started the second half in the central position with Suarez out on the left wing as Valverde just tries to loosen things up a little bit. Rakitic. Delafeu. There he is. The pantomime villain. Will he come on in a puff of green smoke, I wonder at some point. Suarez dropping a little bit deep and trying to draw the defenders out of their shell. Andres Iniesta. Now Lionel Messi. Holds off one, holds off two. Still got past Casemiro. And pleads with the referee.
It's not an angry Lionel Messi. Inquiring physically to the referee. Just outnumbered, isn't he, Varane with a decisive challenge. Ramos, Carvajal. I think they know by now that he is the danger player. Surrounded him whenever he gets the opportunity to get turned on the ball, face the goal, look to take the defence on.
That may be an incident which in a couple of years' time would go to the video assistant referee up in the grandstand to take a long lingering look at that again. Of course, on the Barcelona team, they've got Delafeu, whose goal in that experimental game counted. Thanks to the assistant video referee, the VAR. Isco, Zantiti. Marcelo. Ramos. Benzema. Very well marked by Jordi Alba. Nice step over from Carvajal. Forces off Delafeu. It's a big ask of Delafeu as well, because a lot of Evertonians tell him in his days at Goodison Park he was never really a 90-minute man. A number of times he was withdrawn towards the end of the match. He's put a shift in down this left-hand side. Tony Kroos with the corner. Keeps it well away from the keeper, but not Piqué. Busquets. Sharpest mind down there is Isco. Now Marcelo. Piqué! Never out of the headlines in a Clasico, but it's a negative headline for Gerard Piqué. Something he never wanted to do, and that is score for Real Madrid.
It's good decisive attacking play from Real Madrid. Both teams have had success with getting players into positions around the byline. Of course, no surprise to see Marcelo getting into that position. Nice pass from Isco. Just times the pass well. Isco takes it, the touch, and places it into the path for Marcelo. He knows if he hits it across in that position in the 6-yard box with a bit of power, it's going to cause the defenders all sorts of problems, and that's exactly what happens. To their pleasure. Real sees inside. Real Madrid go 1-0 ahead. First leg away from home. Always difficult for a defender there, isn't it? To try and get there, to try and stop the cross. Put something on it. Gerard Piqué flies into the back of his own net.
Well, it causes pain to every Barcelona supporter watching. But nothing compared to the pain of Gerard Piqué, who has the club crest tattooed to his heart. Delafeu. Darting run from Jordi Alba. Delafeu can't find him. Iniesta. Bit of an ask for Alex Vidal. Messi. Hasn't been a good few weeks, has it, for Gerard Piqué, with that mistimed tweet about Neymar not leaving the club. Oh, he's a mistimed interception. Iniesta to Messi. Delafeu. Gerard Delafeu has an impossible position to fill. Those are the words of Zinedine Zidane, who said that Neymar was irreplaceable. Away goes Benzema. Bale points to where he'd like it. He's ahead of the action. It comes off Piqué again. Heart-in-mouth moment for Gerard Piqué.
Yeah, an attack there again. You feel Real Madrid possibly could have done better. Isco with a provider of the pass to Marcelo. Good first touch. Gets it out of his feet. Drives it across goal. Deflection off of Gerard Piqué. You see a challenge, and he gets away from him. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty from Messi.
Piqué. The Rock looking a little porous at the moment. Brilliant from Suarez. And Delafeu keep up with him on this left-hand side. Suarez to Messi. May have been a foul. The referee tries to give the advantage to Barcelona. Backfires on Senor Bengochea. Marcelo. Convinced that Marcelo was offside. This go got out of the way then. Not a good moment for the referee. There's Rakitic. Now Messi. Caresses the ball to Rakitic. Flying down the right-hand side is Vidal. Carvajal steps over it. Chance for Delafeu. Oh, and it was 1 footstep away from Lionel Messi.
Good reaction from Barcelona to going a goal behind. It's not the pace in terms of tempo in attack. Vidal with the first cross initially to try and find Messi. We've got a foul again.
That's the one he dreamed about all of his life, Gerard Delafeu, the Barcelona supporter, who's made the first team in his first Clasico, a chance to score.
He's looking to pass it across the box, isn't it? Across the 6-yard box to Lionel Messi. Attempt on goal with the power, with the curl. Right footed player coming in from the left. It's a bit more dangerous. So he tries to pick out Lionel Messi, but couldn't get the touch.
Ramos.
Massive chance for a massive opportunity. He's good at it, he's got that pace. Get the other side. Reluctant to do that tonight.
Marcelo. So much space. Benzema. Draws Piqué, puts it across. Carvajal! How did that not go in? A remarkable clearance. As Barcelona was so stretched. All the people leading the charge, it was Dani Carvajal. Barcelona looking shaky. You could sense the discontent around their home ground. Delafeu.
opportunities. This was a really good opportunity. Just Benzema wasted the opportunity though by not getting his head up, picking out the teammate, eventually finds the route to Carvajal.
It was quite a remarkable clearance from Jordi Alba, who's left the two players to babysit.
It's a brilliant clearance because he's trying to occupy the centre of the goal. Once he goes past him, he reacts, turns, gets across. It's a fantastic block to deny Carvajal. Cut back from his goal was the best opportunity for Real Madrid. But
is it Messi time? No, it's not. The wall is well built. Expensively built, but well built. Now Isco. Well, he is loving every minute of this Clasico, Isco.
And in fairness to the Barcelona supporters, they're enjoying his performance. 2 or 3 pieces of action which has had the crowd off their feet for a Real Madrid player.
He's still got his pet dog, Isco. The name of the dog is Messi. He named it before he left Malaga. There's a touch of the Messi's about him tonight. Oh, look at that circus football from Marcelo. Afraid not buying the foul. This is Busquets. PK. Frequently taken out of the firing line. He's going to rest his legs, and Ronaldo will go into the centre forwards position. A really well hit for Cristiano Ronaldo. Was that fine?
That's music to his ears.
Barcelona do have one vacant position in the starting 11. Last year they experimented with a number of players. Delafeo was replaced by Dennis Suarez. Manchester City now replacing a former Everton man.
Yeah, unfortunately for Delafeo, he didn't really make an impact in the game. So he didn't grab his opportunity.
Missed away. Suarez! A necessary touch. Keylor Navas.
Suarez with the latest player to get a chance.
Iniesta. Dennis Suarez. Casemiro.
To the far post. Not complaining. He's pushed by Luis Suarez, which I think is a play by the Barcelona striker.
Gareth Bale. Flies it in. Oh, Isco, who came through the centre. Casemiro to Kovacic. Niggling little foul from Lucas Iniesta. Varane. Carvajal. Marcelo on the far side screamed that he wants the ball. Looking PK. It's Carvajal. It's the rear of Cristiano Ronaldo who gets in the way of things.
Given up a bit longer than that. 3 minutes again against Manchester United. Stop playing from Zidane. 40 minutes to play from Ronaldo. Defence immediately. Outside of midfield position is gone on left. Outside of Madrid, they're going to tighten things up. 1-0 lead away from home.
Toni Kroos. Ronaldo. Fear in the hearts of Barcelona. Emergency action taken by Gerard Piqué. Finished last season explosively, Cristiano Ronaldo. 16 goals in his last 10 matches. Start of the Champions League final. 2023 next winter. Barcelona's not exactly where he is. He reinvents himself. Piqué. Dennis Suarez. Leaves inside. Suarez was offside. It's teasingly late foul. Assist on the far side.
Offside position, isn't it?
That's the downside of wearing Lunas in the boots, isn't it?
Close one, very close. Fantastic move. Suarez.
They are scored tonight for Paris Saint-Germain. It's history. This is Dennis Suarez. Messi. Now Iniesta. Messi. Rakitic. Inside Marcelo can run Barca down. Recovery. Marcelo.
Recovery helps to be as quick as Marcelo as well. On the fullback. Against Barcelona. So I did really well to block the attempted cross.
Skis to keep Barcelona corner. This is Suarez. Almost replicated the own goal at the other end of the field.
I thought it was in.
I was about to say there the good sentence. 22 Clásicos since Real Madrid kept a clean sheet against Barcelona. Casemiro. Little Messi wins ahead of Rakitic. Defended by Gareth Bale. The referee assists Barcelona. Vidal stolen. Pocket pick by Marcelo. Now Cristiano Ronaldo. Stopped by Iniesta. Ronaldo digs in. Dennis Suarez. Now is Iniesta. Busquets. Ramos. There are a lot of nervous defenders out there, just throwing their body on the line, hoping for the best.
Described it very well. Just pinched there by Marcelo. No foul. Vidal.
Tackled by Umtiti. Now he's Iniesta. Slows the game down to the pace he likes. Rakitic. Now Messi. Kovacic stands off him. Messi goes round Casemiro. And Denis Suarez.
Coming together in the penalty area between Ramos and Suarez off the ball. Kick off the ball. Quite a good appears.
Yes, a weak shot from Vidal. He's been given a chance to establish himself under the new management tonight. It's like a little tweak for Kovacic. No, it doesn't.
I think it cracked. She's into the challenge. He's up on his thigh, he's up on his calf, he's stretching out, he's going to touch a cramp. Sergio Roberto playing will be right back here in midfield.
You would imagine that he would come on for Alex Vidal on the right side of defence. Such a versatile player, but
number 8, 20th level. Sergio,
they put number 8. Tony Kroos came across, but he's the messenger to Kovacic. It's going to be Asensio who comes on. That's the confusion down on the shop floor. Luis Alves, Iniesta, who is going to be given a break, and to use him sparingly. And Sergio Roberto has an opportunity to stake a claim for a midfield position. Asensio was the breakthrough player of last season for Real Madrid. Kept his place at the end of the season. Gareth Bale had to be content with playing as a sub in the Champions League final. There's Suarez, stopped by Carvajal.
He has the courage at the moment, doesn't he, Suarez? Denis Suarez to take on Carvajal. He was reluctant to.
On the end of it, Messi. Smart save from Keylor Navas. Suarez. It's low. Ramos won't give it the chase. It's a grappling match between those two. A world-class striker against one of the world's great defenders.
Doesn't get things up, uses his power, barges his way through at times.
So many corners for Barcelona. Can they make one count? Swerved in by Messi. More bases covered for the Real Madrid defence. It's an interesting point you made at half-time. You looked at the Real Madrid bench. They have lost a lot of experience with James and Pepe moving on in the summer. That's cleared some pegs in the changing room. They do have a lot of youngsters coming through, like Ceballos, Theo Hernandez, Asensio. Placing proven talent with promising talent. It's reversed for a few years ago as well, is that Barcelona are going to have to invest to appease the supporters. Gareth Bale's cross! He knew exactly what picture he wanted to see on the front page of the Sports Dailies tomorrow, Cristiano Ronaldo.
It would have been typical, wouldn't it? The overhead scissors kick.
You didn't want to tap him.
The bicycle kick from Ronaldo. Just gets the contact run, just comes off his shin. Hit the target. Coming together.
Carvajal. TT. There's a Senso. Isco. Ronaldo, brilliant ball. Marcelo joins in the party. Stegen standing strong. Becoming far more entertaining as the superstar's legs are tiring. It's Cristiano Ronaldo's offside. On the celebrations, Cristiano.
A massive process, but he's still fine as to whether he... So close, isn't it? Where's the steal? Where's the ball? When is it? Way forward. Standing in an offside position. TT drops deeper. That is so close. Be much good as a video assistant referee there, would I?
You get a few
Can't
snaps
commit on that one.
Or you, like the assistant down on the touchline below, had to make an instant judgment without the aid of rocking and rolling replays. This is Suarez, Denis Suarez. You can see his namesake Louis is not too happy with that finish. Marcelo. Bale goes early. Of Gareth Bale looking particularly heavy on him. To bear in mind, he didn't start any of the last 9 games of last season. And when he played in the Classico in April, he lasted only 39 minutes on his comeback. He's the consummate professional, but you can put the miles in, the valleys and around the capital and on the treadmill. It's a little bit different when you're down there on the lush surface of the Camp Nou. Of course, the Bernabeu on Wednesday. Messi. This knocks the head off the ground. This Suarez stands his ground. He's got a chance. Oh, Busquets. The goal was open, and he's wishing that the ground would open up. Keeper had slipped. Nobody there to stop him. And he squanders the opportunity to equalise.
It's the defensive midfield player, isn't it? Getting forward. The equaliser for Barcelona. There's no excuse, he has the talent, he should be scoring.
Well, there's another angle for you, Terry. That's
Offside.
There we go. We found one eventually.
10 minutes
justified, I think.
I know he doesn't score many goals from that range for a player of his quality. Barcelona should be on level terms.
Vidal. Is there a goal in the night Catalonia? Teased up. Can only help it on. Treated by Luis Suarez. Was the stay-at-home defender. Vidal. Marcelo. A slight handball there by Rakitic, not seen by the referee. Messi. Brilliant save. Brilliant second save from Keylor Navas. Oh, that would have been a controversial moment. This is Luis Suarez looking for Lionel Messi. Messi tries to go through the legs. Luis Suarez is there. And the referee has a big decision to make as there's a collision between Keylor Navas and Suarez. And the delegation of Real Madrid is falling on the deaf ears of Senor Bengochen. In years to come, they'll look to a man in the stand to make this decision. The referee has to go with his instincts and what his assistant, who's blinded on the far side, tells him. Did Suarez
Suarez gets the first touch. He's anticipating the contact. He's on his way down. I think there is contact from Keylor Navas. Throws himself full length. Suarez gets the first touch. He does catch his ankle. It's one of those where experienced strikers, gamesmanship, they leave their leg dangling. They hope there's contact from the goalkeeper. Suarez knows he's not going to get the attempt on goal. He's been driven away from the goal. It's going to go off for a goal kick. And they just hope the goalkeeper lunges in, makes some sort of contact. And the referee has a decision to make. It's gone in Barcelona's favour.
Terry Gibson, paid-up member of the Strikers Union. The goalkeeper's out there will be saying that he made the most of it.
Oh, he definitely made the most of it. He leaves his leg at the angle where if Messi is going to touch it, it's going to bring him down.
Lionel Messi, in the Classico, extends his record of scoring in this magical fixture. Messi on the spot. 1-1. And Messi off the mark for the season.
He makes no mistake, does he? It's always been the case with Messi from the penalty spot. He seems to be improving. Much more reliable than it was 2 or 3 seasons ago. He struck that into the bottom corner.
Titis giving Marcel a little jab in the ribs there. All discipline has gone out of the game. Adds to the entertainment. There goes Lionel Messi. Real Madrid trying to chase Messi. Teasing the ball through. Suarez. Oh. And Dennis Suarez was one strike away from putting Barcelona ahead.
Well, it's exciting stuff now, isn't it? Messi absolutely wonderful. Runs from the halfway line. Taking on defenders look so easy. Suarez was offside and Messi plays that wide. The assistant referee's flag does go up. I count it. Ramos just throws Suarez around. Not so sure there's any injury. Well, I'm pretty sure there's no injury to Luis Suarez. Wasn't sure the referee had given the penalty. It was one of those yellow card had come out. Wasn't sure he's going to be for a dive for Suarez or a penalty.
Ronaldo, easy for Ter Stegen. If you rewind the game back far enough, of course there was the handball a little bit further back in the run-up to the incident. And of course we didn't have a chance to show you the 2 tremendous saves as well from Keylor Navas. Suarez, little step over, Rakitic joins him, brilliant tackle from Dani Carvajal. Here's Isco, has Cristiano Ronaldo still got the legs? Yes, look at him flying, moves inside Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! He's in good shape.
That's typical, absolutely brilliant. Turning defence into attack, Real Madrid in the blink of an eye. And you wondered whether Ronaldo still had the pace to get away from Gerard Piqué. He did. And he's just waiting. You know exactly what he's going to do. Takes the touch. Here we see Barcelona in the attack. Rakitic misses the chance to take on the shot. To Isco, return pass. And from here, it's a clear sight and goal for Ronaldo as it cuts inside on his right foot. The power, the accuracy, right. The Stegen at full length. He certainly doesn't need any work on his finishing. 30 minutes he was given tonight by Zidane. 10 minutes longer than against Manchester United. And it hasn't taken him long to get on the sheet.
Still getting in shape for the season. He's only had 3 practice sessions. I think he's been following the the scientists and the fitness gurus' recommendations. Puts us all to... It should be booked for that. Exposing himself, shouldn't he? Taking the shirt off. Gareth Bale. Tyre comes off. Given that 10 minutes break. Vasquez, the ever-willing substitute, comes on. Played 50 games last year. Lucas Vasquez, 30 of them as a replacement. But Bale will be kept fresh for Wednesday night. Not a lot of recovery time. Is the drama finished at the Camp Nou? I think not. Not a hype about transfers in the summer. This is a game that needs no hype. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! He goes nose to turf. He's got a penalty. Oh no! He thought he had a penalty. Behind you, Cristiano. He was booked for taking his shirt off, and now he's being booked in the eyes of the referee for taking a dive.
And then we do see a quite significant push by Ronaldo on the referee. It's been action-packed, isn't it? Now, 60 minutes gone. A bit of everything from Ronaldo.
Well, 2 yellow cards and the goal. He thought he won the penalty. He turned around and Titi certainly made a contact with him. Ronaldo's legs gave way. He may argue in his defence that his momentum took him over.
Well, he will argue in his defence. I don't think there's sufficient contact there from Titi. It just doesn't make any contact with the ball. Ronaldo is goal side of the Barcelona defender. There's a push on the back. You see the push. Ronaldo on the referee. Must be a further issue as well.
Was it 3 minutes between his sensational goal, getting booked for taking his shirt off? We were joking about that. And then the referee, I think he had his card in his pocket before Cristiano Ronaldo did make contact with him. What a cameo appearance that has been by Cristiano Ronaldo.
The replay there, when we break it down, I think the initial contact from Titi is outside the box.
This is a game that divides supporters. 2 players who divide supporters as well. Messi and Ronaldo both on the score sheet. Ronaldo dismissed. 10-man Real Madrid.
The way you look at that, Rob, I don't think it's a dive from Ronaldo. I think he's knocked off balance by Titi. So I don't think it was a clear attempt to dive and con the referee.
Vasquez. It's 1-2. Here's Isco. Busquets. Isco just slows things down. Carvajal. And Busquets, who are Spain international teammates, of course. I guess they're not roommates when they travel together. They certainly won't be in the future. Referee hasn't blown the whistle. Play continues amid the schoolboy squabbling. Messi bypasses 2 in midfield. A camera above the ground tries to keep up with Messi. So do the defenders. Suarez puts it back in there. Suarez 1-2 with Messi. What a game of football this is. El Clasico quality.
They had a pulse in the first half, but in the second half it's really kicked on. It's going to be controversial. A bit of everything, wouldn't we? I'm sure Caceres is annoyed. He's irritated with. At the moment, the players don't need many reasons or excuses, do they? Suarez and Messi trying to combine to Suarez to right-footed finish. Just gets with the challenge and Carvajal. Both players annoyed with that situation. Into the Clasico, Ernesto Valverde.
The coolest head in the house. It's all new to him. Valverde. He's the man who led Athletic Bilbao to the Super Cup against Barcelona 2 years ago. Athletic Bilbao's first trophy in 31 years. So Luis Enrique experimenting with his team in the First leg up in Basque country. No experimentation from either coach tonight. Trying to pick what's strongest for them. Still, is offside. This is a hastily arranged disciplinary panel between now and Wednesday. I guess Cristiano Ronaldo is going to miss the second leg.
Sure what the consequences are. We don't look at Madrid is in a way tonight after a suspension picked up for 3 years ago, 2014. I did read somewhere that these sendings off and cautions in this game go towards the league games as opposed to future Super Cup matches.
I think Real Madrid might be disputing that.
Let's have a look at the push as well from Ronaldo on the official as well. We showed Ronaldo the second yellow. It's a penalty, a free kick just outside the box. It's debatable. I don't think it was a dive from Ronaldo.
And Suarez? I'll give you a moment to think about it. Sorry to put you on the spot like that.
No, I always look at the goalkeeper. Why commit yourself? Why throw yourself full length in? Defenders try not to do that in that situation. Once you go to ground, there has to be an element of thought from the goalkeeper that he gets out, he blocks the shot, he doesn't throw himself into Luis Suarez in that situation and give Suarez the chance to leave his leg out, dangling to the right.
It's the final 3 minutes of the first leg of the Super Cup. Sergio Roberto across the face of Toni Kroos and Marcelo. Ramos, who was sent off when these sides met back in April. So it's Cristiano Ronaldo. We've had 18 red cards in the last 29 matches between the two teams. Of the 18, 13 have been to Real Madrid.
3 minutes in, a spectacular attempt from an overhead kick. Scored an unbelievable goal. It's full of running, looks sharp. Really mentioned already the first yellow card. I think we all know that Ronaldo has a half-decent body. Taking the shirt off, invited the first yellow card offence.
The players are in no doubt about it, aren't they? They've exposed themselves, to want of a better expression.
On average, he gets 50 goals a season. He would pick up loads of suspensions if he does that on every goal that he scores. So he knows better than that. He just couldn't resist it. Temptation, scoring a goal against Barcelona in the new camp. What a wonderful strike it was. It will prove to be the winner in the first leg.
Sergio Roberto. Suarez. Jordi Alba. Roberto. Vidal. Busquets. Alba. Titi. Messi steps over. Suarez tries to go through Carvajal. Target defending by Vasquez. Vasquez has support from Asensio. Maybe not quite the dynamic run of Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, but he gets the finish of Ronaldo! Well, last season a star was born in Asensio, and this young man is something special. A Classico goal for Marco Asensio. Only 21 years of age. Take a note of that name, you're going to hear a lot of it in the next decade or so.
He's almost demanding now that Zidane includes him in the starting 11. He is that good. 21 years of age, getting better and better. And at this moment in time, he deserves to be up amongst the elite. He's not a youngster looking to get minutes and play here and there. He has the quality, the ability to be truly world class. It's a fantastic strike.
It's a very similar run and a very similar finish, okay, with the other foot, to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Again, he's a bright player. He pulls off, peels off into the space. He knows that Barcelona committing players into attack to try and get an equaliser. He's an intelligent player. He's got pace, fantastic skill, can finish. He's got a lot. Absolutely fantastic player.
Well, a lot of the Barcelona supporters heading for the gangways. Almost midnight when Asensio struck. People have asked why Real Madrid haven't bought a Galactico. That's because they have one in their midst in Marco Asensio. It was the start of the 21s. Summer, the endemic device. He's written his name in the history books here. This is Marcelo. Easy cross. Busquets, PK's up there as well. So many talking points in this game. You think about that chance as well for Busquets, that open goal that he didn't score.
No doubt Real Madrid deserve the win. I think they look the far tinier of the teams. Really efficient in front of goal. Expected to come from Barcelona.
Well, I think this is not just bad news for Barcelona, but I think it's bad news for supporters of Dortmund and Liverpool as well, because I think they're going to have to accelerate their plans to reinvest the Neymar money. Barcelona are lacking dimensions beyond Suarez and Lionel Messi tonight. They were short in midfield last year. They can no longer rely on Andres Iniesta. He was withdrawn in the midst of the second half. Need some talent. Ball is played in, big stretch of Sergio Ramos. PK, one of the big players tonight, the man who started the scoring, an own goal after 49 minutes. Suarez, now by Carvajal, victory complete on the night for Real Madrid, but it all goes back to Bernabeu on Wednesday. A losing start for Valverde. First Barcelona coach to lose his first official game since Luis Aragonés a couple of decades ago. Lionel Messi on the score sheet, but not a winner tonight. He was outshone by Cristiano Ronaldo's goal, and then Ronaldo getting dismissed. In the end, it was Asensio who scored a cracking goal as well. Nothing friendly about this game tonight. Defeat and disappointment for Barcelona. Celebration and a spectacular win for Real Madrid. It all started 4 minutes after the break. And PK put his foot in.
Yeah, good work from Isco to supply Marcelo. The overlap. Cuts it across the 6-yard box. Defender has to try and do something in that situation. He gets the touch, unfortunately for him, goes into the back of his own net.
And two brilliant saves from Keylor Navas. He was looking to make it a hat-trick of saves. He thought he had here, but the referee judged as the ball came in. And he caught Luis Suarez. Goalkeepers Union will be on the side of the man in grey. Terry and the strikers felt that there was enough of a contact.
See, he puts his leg up, Keylor Navas. This is hoping, that's all.
Messi on the spot. Barca back in it. Into a thrilling final 15 minutes.
Messi makes no mistake for a penalty spot.
Madrid were defending, and then a breakaway goal. People have questioned the speed of Cristiano Ronaldo. This was rolling back the years. Beat PK